Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
And I will say this, people. If we didn't have sponsors and core sponsors such as First Republic Mortgage Bankers, the Spar & Bernsteins, the People's Choice Furniture, the Royal Caribbean Bakeries, the Golden Crust Bakeries, all of these people, Link Up Media would not be able to say that they're truly the largest Caribbean media company. We would not be able to do the Caribbean Link newspaper that is run by Nadia Chambers. We would not be able to do Jamrock Magazine, which is now run by Renee King. We would not be able to do, of course, Link Up Radio, Plush TV. We wouldn't be able to do a lot of things because do you know how many times I sit down with my clients, whether it be Dale Getfield of People's Choice, Scott Siskin, Brad Bernstein, all of these people, and say, listen, man, I've got an idea. you know, every 3 months, I got an idea, but I need your support. I need your sponsorship. So many times, and they have never, ever shot down what it is that I'm saying. They've always said, well, Squeeze, if you're on board, I'm on board. And, people, the sponsors that's with Link Up Media, whether it be the Caribbean Link newspaper, Jamrock Magazine, which I am extremely proud of because it is the most exposed media entity that we have now. It is a national magazine. International. Because people can now see that, hey, Caribbean people, they're no joke. They've got this culture. They've got this heritage, a rich heritage. People can see that, and it's needed. But we have to say thanks to our sponsors. And I'm very happy, man, that these sponsors have supported what it is that we have done over the past 11 years. And I want you to continue to support them because if you support them, you're building yourselves, people. And that is the truth because you've seen it happen over here. We would not be able, seriously, we would not be able, Link Up Media would not have been able to donate $1 million early on this year. And the latter part of this year, we're going to donate another $1 million. Okay? We wouldn't have been able to do something like that. We're talking about Jamaican dollars, That's like, I think like $35,000, all right, US. We wouldn't be able to do that if the sponsors were not aligned with me, all right? And next year, we're taking on another charity next year. And the sponsors are aligned with us. So, folks, support them. And, of course, remember, I am with them. And if you need help, I will continue to talk to them for you. Ask Scott right now. Scott, you can respond to this. How many times have individuals called me up and say, can you speak to Scott Siskin for me? How many times?
Not that many. There have been times where people have called up and they said ahead of time, can you please let Scott know that, I know you.
Exactly.
But in terms of how many times have people over the years called you to make complaints and you've called me, I can't think of more than one or two.
Exactly. So people, I want you to understand, we're here. Anyway, folks, this is what we call the early ride home, music, information. Scott Siskin, I've not allowed you to speak. And I will not apologize for that.
Okay.
Because Wendell was on, man, and
he's great. He said it all.
Yeah.
He said it all. You can accomplish what you may not think you're able to accomplish. It's important for tenants to get the facts about home ownership. Don't buy the hype. I'm really disappointed in how our media really trumpets things. What's going on in the mortgage business? Yes, there are problems with subprime loans, with certain types of loans, certain types of institutions. However, only 1.25% of all Americans with a mortgage are actually in foreclosure. 1/3 of all American homes are paid in full. Of the marketplace at subprime, it's approximately 10% of the marketplace. Of that, only 8% is in default. And there's different definitions of default. So how it plays out in the marketplace totally is irrelevant, per se, to you. What you want to know is what can I do? And if you're listening to me right now, I want you to know you can do a lot. Because the FHA program has not changed one bit. Still available for first-time home buyers and homeowners.
Hold up, because we're going to break things down a little bit here. Because a lot of people out there, you just gave some statistical analysis just now, man, and a lot of folks are just hearing numbers, and not everyone is in the field like you. But when you drop certain abbreviation, we want to get what is the FHA program, and why is it that First Republic Mortgage bankers, being a bank, a direct lender, advocate for such programs? What is the FHA, and why is it that you advocate for that in contrast to brokers who can't do it independently here in New York State, right? And why is it such a stable program in contrast to a subprime program? Now, I'm playing devil's advocate here, so
Okay.
go ahead.
Well, Federal Housing Administration, that's really what the FHA is an acronym for. Federal Housing Administration was established, I think 1938, I'm not positive, but back a long time ago, to ensure there would be always monies available for people to buy houses. Because back before that, you usually had to put 50% down to buy a home. And this ensured that monies would be available with low down payments for people who would not normally be able to be approved for a mortgage.
So in other words, the government want people to own homes.
They want them to own homes. They want them to be able to get the best financing because that's good for our economy. And it's something that's real. Why is it that we promote it? Well, my background comes from doing this over 25 years. So when I came into the business, I started working with FHA loans and Fannie Mae loans and Freddie Mac loans, not the subprime end of the industry.
But Scott, you can make so much more money by giving people subprime programs. You personally, as a CEO, as a man who runs a business, you have access to subprime programs. You could push those programs. You could give people even a much higher interest rate. Why haven't you done that?
Because we have, first of all, we are human people helping humans. Working people helping working people. Right. Bottom line. And if you're listening to me right now, what you want to know is that when you call First Republic, the loan officer cannot make more money by charging you a higher rate. The gentleman who was just in here talking about the fact of where he came from,
Wendell James.
Do you think that if Chris told him 7.25 instead of 6.25, that he would have blinked an eye? He still would have been very happy.
Yeah, he would have been very happy.
And Chris, theoretically, at most companies, can make more money.
Right.
So when you
there's no law. And they're not. There's not breaking any law if they charge more.
It's called overage.
Right.
So the loan officer, if he charges more than what, let's say, is on the rate sheet, that usually they split it with the company. And it's very, very common. It's not illegal. However, the impact can be illegal. Disparative impact, which means is illegal things such as overage. The bottom line is that minorities will end up paying more. And it's been proven time and time again.
Right.
And it's not fair that one person should call up and get one rate and another guy should get another rate. We try to help people out, and we make a profit margin that works for us. The government-backed programs are good loans for us because it has the government guarantee, allows us to be able to make more in the secondary market than on some other loans. But we have to back it up. We have to know that people are going to make the payments, have to feel comfortable about it. We set a fair margin and we live with it. Day after day after day. And
because I've always wondered about that, man. I mean, you keep saying that the loan officers can't make more, they can't charge you more, but I know other entities, they can sit back in the chair and say, well, okay, we know we can get this person X percentage, but we'll add another point to it, and but you don't do that.
No, you see the gentleman who came in here, we could have charged him more and made more, but it's not fair, and it's not something that I feel is equitable, and that's not the way we do business.
Listen to me carefully, people. He's being modest. He wants repeat business. He's very smart. He wants that man to come back to him. He wants that man to stay with him also. He wants you out there to come to him. People, I have said it in the absence of Mr. Scott Siskin when he was on vacation, all right? Go with the bank that's going to give you the customer service, such as Mr. Chris, the credit doctor here, helping you with your credit, and also the bank that's going to give you the solid low interest rate. So right now, once again, Scott, we are going to tell the people that they need to call us now, especially on a Monday. People, when we have this house filled with loan officers, man, they roll up with their laptops, and my staff members start complaining that the loan officers are taking over their offices and all of that stuff. It's a good complaint. So right now, the mission continues. 718-325-5555.